Itra, and Elizabeth, and Erin, and Emily, and Unicorn Linequai, and Chocolate Halter, and Adrian, and Sammy, and Luna. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello! Is it working? I think you can see me. Everyone's saying hi. It won't load, said Poppy. Refresh the page. Yes, says Vuto. Hi, Lainey, and Christina, and Quareth, Lily H, Caitlin, Liddy, Natasha. It seems to be working. All right, I'm going to tweet this in 1 second. How are you guys? Get to know each other in the chat while I do my tweet. 1 second. Tweet. Live now. Come hang out. Whoop. That's the right link. Yes. Not linking into anything else by accident. And publishing that to FaceCB. Okay. Hello, Luke and Gemma. And Itzy and Cass and Melody. And Space Cadet and Zoe Hillock. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. I'm back from Australia. I've been away for a month in the land down under. I really wanted to pick up the accent is the first thing I want to say in Australia. I love the Australian accent so much. It's something that you really want to copy when you hear people speaking it around you. It is so addictive. So if people are just like, "G'day, Phil," you just like want to be like, "G'day, mate." So I did a lot of probably offensive copying people's Australian accents while I was there. They don't say "good day" that much. That's one thing I've learned. Most people just say hello, but it tended to be older people that would be like, "G'day." So that was one thing I learned. No one at meetups was like, "G'day, Phil." They were more just like, "How's it going?" or "How's it going?" So yeah, sorry if I met anyone and copied your accent. If you're awake. I don't know if anyone in Australia is awake. But yes, that's what I did a lot. Your voice is deep, said Cherokee. Your voice is deep. Probably because I'm still slightly sick. I'd say on the illness scale, I'm about here. Just bubbling at the bottom. Nearly better, but just still slightly recovering. Still a bit bunged up. So that's probably why I sound a bit deep. I'm like, that's how I feel. My top YouNow supporter is here with 2 red crowns. Welcome! Not sure how to say your name, but I will say hello anyway. You know who you are. Hey, Jotalina, who just arrived. Hey, Christine. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Adina. Hello, Killjoys. Talk about your adventure. I will. First of all, I want to say, how are you doing? It's September. A few of you have gone back to school. A few of you haven't. I think America goes back to school quicker. Some of you aren't even in school, like me, so whoop! We don't have to go back to school. That was always the time in September where I got a bit nervous. As soon as it got to the 1st of September, I was like, oh, I've got to go back to school now. What's it going to be like? What classes am I going to be in? But then it was never as bad as it was in my head. I'd always get there and be like, oh, it's not that bad. After the first day. Got to see some of my friends again and stuff like that. I had to get up early, though. That was the worst. And get on the school bus. I hated the school bus. Having to get on the school bus was the worst. I'd always be like, Mom, will you take me to school? And she'd be like, no. I usually got a lift off my mum about once a month. If it was pouring down with rain, that was the exception. She didn't want me to get a cold. Because she's like me, she doesn't want anyone in the house to get a cold, because then she might get a cold. So it was kind of selfish that she was giving me a lift, so she wouldn't get a cold off me in the future. I can see her logic there. I wouldn't want a cold. Speaking of a cold, I've just had a cold. Nearly better though, as I was saying. Hi Bailey, I'm scared for school. I walk there. It'll be fine. I'm starting my second new high school. Yay, said Lizzie. Good luck. If you're going back, everyone that is. Your voice is so deep. I don't know, it might be my microphone. Maybe my voice is broken again. Maybe I've had a second puberty and didn't realise. Hello everyone. That'll be me next year. Welcome to my YouNow show. I'm going to hurt my voice if I do that. I should not hurt my voice. Nice hair. Thanks. I had it cut when I got back. Nice and short. And it's actually falling in the right place for once and not having weird fringe gaps all the time. So good job, Fabrice. I just finished a netball tournament and now I'm watching you. Well, that sounds way more productive than what I've been doing today. What have you been doing today? Well, my friends, I've got this weird ritual now, as I've had 3 tours to get back from even. I go into a strange, relaxing hibernation for a few days. It's not been that relaxing this time, actually, because I've had loads of things to do. But I like to get a new computer game, if I've got some time off, I don't know, 3 days. and a box of prawn cocktail Pringles. This is part of my ritual, which are the best Pringles by far, I think. What is a prawn cocktail, though? I don't really know what the flavour is. It doesn't taste of prawn. I hear it's like ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together, which sounds disgusting, but these are the prime ones. These are like 10 out of 10 Pringles. Anyway, get some Pringles, get some kind of fizzy beverage. It was Coke Zero this time, and a game, and I got The Witcher 3. So I've been playing this, which is an 18 rated game, and it is full of violence, and it actually has, like, sex in it as well, which is really rare for a game. I was just playing it like, whoa, okay. Wasn't expecting to see that on my lazy Sunday, but alright then. And it's basically like Game of Thrones if it was a video game, so you go out and, like, fight dragons and weird monsters and save people and do missions and stuff. So I've been playing that and munching down on Pringles in my duvet, which has been pretty relaxing. But I thought, I need to speak to these guys. I haven't seen you guys in ages. So I respectfully put some actual clothes on. Well, I say actual clothes. This was at the bottom of my wardrobe. I haven't seen my cat shirt in ages. I was like, oh, hello, cat shirt. You must have been hiding somewhere. I've lost my Captain America shirt as well. So hopefully it'll... What am I trying to say? Hopefully it will lead to me finding my other one in this mountain of clothing that's at the bottom of my wardrobe. So the cat shirt is back. Little secret pocket. We're going to tell you what's in there. And I am wearing some shorts as well. Knees. So that was my presentable. I'm not wearing a suit for you guys or anything. So how was your adventure? My adventure was great. I've had such a good time on this tour. The Australian tour has been so much fun. I got to see a lot of Australia. A lot of it was just in the cities, and I wish we could have seen more because it's such a beautiful country. But it's just been such a relaxing tour. Everyone knew what they were doing this time. Because America was like a slog because we were there for 3 months. This was 3 weeks, 10 shows. We had a new crew of Australians who were really nice. They were like really chill surfer guys that liked metal music. And they just wanted to help out all the time. So if there's any problem, tell me if I'm back. Uh-oh. We broke it. You're not moving. I'm going to hold up an amount of fingers. I'm back! I don't know what you missed out. I was just, like, talking about how insanely cool the Opera House was. Because when I saw it, it, like, blew my mind. Again, I was just like, what am I even looking at? So after the show in Sydney, we went on a little drive. And our driver knew everywhere to go. So he took us to this really cool vantage point where we could look at the Opera House, which was awesome. But then we realised there was giant bats above us, and everything in Australia wants to kill you, as I explained in my video. These weren't just like little, like, tweet, 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 tiny bats. These were like full-on eagle bats. They were, I can't even, like, they were bigger than my arm span. They were insane. And they were just flying around, eating loads of fruit or whatever. I think they're fruit bats. I don't think they eat people. But they can scratch you, apparently. They've got talons. So we saw some bats while we were observing the Opera House. And then we looked up, and you will not believe what we saw. I don't even know how rare this is, but we saw a possum in the tree. I've never seen a possum before. And it was just sat there like this crazy cat monkey thing, just like, hello. And I was getting quite close to it, and it seemed really chill. I don't know how rare a possum is. I know you can get them in America as well, but I was like, what am I even looking at? This is so exciting. But yeah, apparently possums can also claw your face off, so I didn't get too close to the possum. Deja Alumba says, there's possums all over where I live. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of possums and raccoons. I freaking love raccoons. I would have one as a pet if I didn't get rabies from it. So, yes, Australia was lovely. How was the flight? The flight was long. We had, I think it was about 12 hours, and then we stopped over at Hong Kong on the way out, and I had such a great time in Hong Kong. It's such an intensely packed city. I've never seen the skyscrapers so close together before, and there's two sides of the city. So on the way out, we stayed in the business district, and then on the way back, we stayed in the tourist area in Kowloon. And then, so that means we got like both sides of Hong Kong. But the first time we went, I can't remember what we did on the first day, but we went on a tram, which has been there since like the 1920s, up to the Peak, which is this mountain that overlooks the city. So we got such an amazing view of the city. And there's loads of restaurants up there, and I was like, oh, let's go to this pizza restaurant. This looks cool. And they had one table that was all made out of glass on the floor and the sides of the wall, and it was hanging over the view. So you had like an uninterrupted view of the entire place. And they sat us at a really crappy seat, and I was just like, could we sit over there? And the woman was like, yeah, sure. So we got to sit on the best seat in like the best vantage point view of the entire of the Peak. So I bet there's about, I don't know, 4,000 tourists there, and we just lucked out to get this amazing seat at this kind of cheap pizza place. It wasn't like a super fancy restaurant, but they just had like this incredible view. So if you ever go to the Peak in Hong Kong, go to the pizza restaurant because they've got a great view, and the food was really good as well. So that was cool. The weather was insane there though. It's so humid. I think it's like monsoon season or something, but the temperature was about, I don't know, like 34, 35, which was nothing compared to Phoenix in America. But Phoenix has a dry heat. In Hong Kong, it was like the wettest heat ever. I've never been so moist in my life. I mean, you saw Dan in the Farfetch video. If you haven't, Dan uploaded a Pokemon Go video while I was sick in Hong Kong. But it's so moist. I'm going to say moist a lot. You just feel the water running off your face as you're walking through the city. I've never been so moist. It's moister than if you have a shower, but it's like a hot stickiness. It's not like a pleasant refreshingness. It's like, I'm so wet. So that was an experience. I don't know how people, they must just adjust, because we were walking around in shorts and t-shirt and like literally dripping. But then there's people in full-on business suits just totally just enjoying their day, not even bothered by how moist it is. And so I'm going to stop saying moist now. But yeah, that was something to get used to. But the city was beautiful. I love the skyline as well. It was a great skyline. Philippines is exactly like that. Yeah, I think Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong. I've been to Singapore before when I went to Australia when I was younger. And that was like that as well. I do not cope well in that kind of humidity. It was insane. I prefer a dry heat for sure. I'm at the California Adventure Park, but I'm watching you, says Skytime. You're watching me from a theme park? Take me on a roller coaster. Just strap me in next to you. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I bet the park attendant's like, no, you cannot take your digital friend on webcam on a roller coaster. Probably smash your phone. I'm watching you from my bedroom, said Lucy Bourne. Now that's a little bit more normal. I remember once I did a live show and someone said they were watching me from a tree, and I was like, you're such a liar. You're not watching me in a tree. And then I got a tweet from someone who was actually in a tree with a photo of me like calling them a liar. So I'm not going to doubt anyone saying they're in a weird place now, just in case they are actually in that place. Ikane is watching from the bathroom. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Just pooping, watching me at the same time. I won't judge. Gabrielle is watching me while cleaning. Hope that makes it more enjoyable. Cleaning's no fun. I don't mind hoovering. That's one of the only things of cleaning I can tolerate. Hoovering's alright. Just because it's kind of fun. Just dance around the hoover. This is my first time watching, said Sierra Wood. Oh, welcome to the show. Hoovering. That's not what... Oh, vacuum cleaning. Sorry. I'm going to read some premium messages now. Let's have a look. Izzy said, how was Australia? It was a 10 out of 10 experience. Top fans are Zoe Hillock, you get a koala. Jaden Halter, you get a kangaroo. Jotalina gets a wombat. Sage Callaghan, or Callahan, gets a dingo. And Danable Lester gets a kookaburra. Thank you to my top fans. What kind of bender would you be, said Elaine. I'm watching Avatar, The Last Airbender. I think I'd be a waterbender. Just because I'm an Aquarius. And I think I'm quite watery. Although I'm quite scared of the sea. So I wouldn't want to be like a sea waterbender. Maybe like a river waterbender. Or maybe Earth. I think Earth would be quite fun. You could just be like, I'm going to make a mountain today. If you don't watch the show, you'll just be like, what are you on about? I'm enjoying it. I'm on book 2 out of 3 now. Water is scary. Yeah, I do not trust the deep sea. I've got feelings about what is beneath there, and I don't trust it. How was meeting the koala? Oh! I mean, you saw my video. I hope so. Did you see my video? I'm going to give you those eyes now, like a mum that's disappointed in you. Well, hopefully you saw my video. We went to Cleveland Wildlife Park, and it was so cool. Basically, it was just this huge field where there was kangaroos and wallabies just hopping around doing whatever they wanted to do. And you were given a bag of food, and you could just feed the kangaroos. They weren't angry, because I was told that kangaroos would be angry, but they were really chill. They were just like, sure, these humans are feeding me, and I'm having a great life. And then we got to meet Dewey, the koala, and it was quite life-changing for me, meeting a koala, because you see photos of them, but you do not realise how much they look like a cartoon character. It was like a cartoon bear. It was the most beautiful animal I've ever seen, and it was so chilled out. And when I held it, it like held onto my arm with its claws. It was just like, ah! And oh, it was such a good feeling, and it seemed so happy. It was just munching away on some leaves as I got the photo. And the thing I don't know if I mentioned in the video is it smelled amazing. I've never, like, animals usually stink. I mean, they're cute, but you're like, oh, I'm enjoying these goats, but man, do they stink. It smelled better than me. What do I smell like? I mean, I smell pretty good. I had a shower. But it smelled of eucalyptus mint. If you've ever had, like, Airwaves chewing gum, you know the type that clears your sinuses if you got a cold? I could use some of that. I might get some of that. It smelled of the most mintiest mint. Not like wintergreen dentists, but like, you know, the kind of refreshing menthol-y. That's the word, menthol. It smelled of menthol, which is basically what eucalyptus smells like, and that's what they eat all day. So that's why they smell of it. But it was amazing. It was like a fresh, cuddly cloud bear that smelled of menthol. I mean, what more could you want? If you could have them as pets, I would just have a koala, even though they're quite high maintenance. I've hugged a koala, it changed my life, said Sarah. I know! I feel like I'm a different person now. I'm now Phil that has held a koala. Take that off my bucket list. But there it is. See, that's just the part of the cold I'm trying to get rid of. I don't have pneumonia like Dan, though. Do not worry. My lungs are not filled with fluid. Dan does not have pneumonia anymore, by the way. He's pneumonia-free. No-monia. I did my chores in 10 minutes to watch this. I'm imagining you like Mickey Mouse in Fantasia, just commanding loads of brooms to sweep the house, doing your chores. I hope this live show is worth it. Worth doing those chores for. Did you used to do chores? Yeah. I was a bit of a lazy son, so I wouldn't do, like, my mum would be like, it'd be great if you cleaned the entire house while we were away. I'd be like, yeah, sure. I liked washing the car. I would wash the car sometimes, and I would hoover. As I said, I like hoovering, but I hated washing dishes. That's the worst. I still hate washing dishes. We've got a dishwasher, so we don't really have to do it. But when I was a student, I had to wash dishes a lot, and it was the worst. Touching some food that's been on the side of a plate while it's wet. Blah, blah. I think that's one of my biggest cringy things, like that makes me shudder. Touching a wet food. Our wet food. You know what I mean? What did I miss? Said Ibrisky. You missed me going, bah! Which was a bit of a jump scare for anyone quite sleepy at the moment. Hi, Sage and Eliza. I realise I've only read one premium message. Melody said, I miss you so much. I miss you too, Melody. I miss doing live shows. They're so fun. You actually did survive Australia, said Cecile. You know what? I'm in two minds about this. I was mildly disappointed that we didn't see some kind of terrifying spider beast. Because Dan's more scared of spiders than me. So I feel like if I'd seen one on a wall, I would have coped. But I kind of wanted to, like, see at least one beast of some kind. I didn't want to get bitten and die. So that's the other side of this spectrum. Maybe see one from afar in someone else's house on a wall that I don't have to sleep next to. When I got there, because we just made that Australia video, I was super paranoid. So we arrived and I was like, oh, I'm going to like flush the toilet twice before I use it. And I'm going to check every drain, check there's not some legs coming out. But after a while, I just got used to it. What was some other things you liked about Australia? Tim Tams. I enjoyed the Tim Tams. They've got so many flavours. You really need to have seen my video to understand what I'm on about if you're not from Australia. They're like penguins if you're in England, but better. And they have got loads of crazy flavours. I tried salted caramel, which is the best one. Double chocolate, white chocolate. I tried the apple one in my video, which was kind of weird, but it worked at the same time. Like a flavoured apple one. And yeah, they're pretty great. The Tim Tams. The food out there was generally good. They've got a drink called Lift as well, which is basically lemonade. Everyone was raving about it, but then I was like, it's just lemonade. Special lemonade, though, I guess. Bethany0909 just arrived. Scorpio said, oh my god, I love salted caramel. Me too. Just, if you even have a caramel, just put a sprinkle of salt on it, and it makes it better. Did you eat any food in Hong Kong? Well, of course I ate food in Hong Kong. Yeah. They have a thing happening called, I'm probably going to get this wrong, sorry to offend the world, a Mooncake Festival? I don't know if it is the Mooncake Festival or if it's another festival where they eat mooncakes. But I bought, well actually Dan bought, some mooncakes which look like this. They're like little, you see that? They kind of look like a pie. But what is inside is quite hard to explain. I looked at the back of the box and it contains mini egg custard, salted egg yolk, milk, powder, and coconut milk. So the thing that was freaking me out was it tastes a bit of egg, but it's a cake. It's like an eggy cake, and the moon on the inside is the salted duck egg yolk. And I was eating it with a coffee, and I'm still like, I've got the egg in my head. So once I had that like eggy flavour in my brain, it made me feel slightly queasy, but then it was delicious at the same time. So, still adjusting to the mooncake lifestyle. What did you have? I love mooncakes, said OJ. Yeah, what's the other one? There's two flavours. The other one we have is mini golden lotus seed paste mooncake with added yolk. Oh, so I think that was going to like actual egg in the middle. I just got here what we're talking about, said Anna. Mooncakes! I love tea mooncakes. Yeah, they had like chocolate ones and loads of kinds of it. So I'd like to try some more if I ever go back in the mooncake festival. When we arrived, we thought we were going to have some like traditional Hong Kong food. But then we got to this place and they apparently, it was advertised that they had an amazing view of the city. And then of all the things on the menu, we ordered burgers. So our first day in Hong Kong, super cultured, we got the American burger. But it was slightly Hong Kong-y, in a way. They had like different stuff in the burger that was not in a normal burger. So it wasn't totally un-Hong Kong. And we were looking at Hong Kong. And I had a Hong Kong cocktail while I was eating my burger. So that was pretty cool. Where's Dan? I don't know. Probably playing some kind of video game in the house somewhere. So how jet lagged have you been? It's the good kind of jet lag, actually. When you get back going this way, it's the better way. So I've been getting sleepy at around 10 or 11 p.m., which is like a normal functional human. And then waking up at about 7 a.m. It's not going to last. That's how it started. Today I woke up at about 9, so I'm already almost adjusted back to my normal sleep schedule. But it didn't help that we had to get up and go to a photo shoot 2 days ago. It was very exciting though. We had our photo shoot for our YouTube Red series, well, not series, for our 2 films. So we've got Tatton Off the Show and the making of documentary. So we had a photo shoot for that. So you should see some cool posters maybe popping up at some point, because the other YouTubers have had them. So you may have seen like the Joey Graceffa one and the Matt Pat posters and the Scare PewDiePie posters. So we'll have some cool like stuff to share, I guess. We'll be able to tweet some out at some point. But yeah, the photo shoot was really fun. I'm not allowed to say what we were doing in it, so you'll have to wait and see. But we did about 4 hours of photo shooting, which I'm always kind of rubbish at because I don't know what to do with my face. So the guy was just like, okay, just do whatever you want. I'm just going to keep snapping. And I was like, okay, that's my range. Did some nice teethy smiles, which is a bit cheesy. Don't know if they'll use my teethy smile. Looked excited. I mean, I was excited mainly. I mean, that's the vibe I want to go for. I like this thing I'm doing, you know. Mike Joshua just arrived. I'm allergic to him. I started coughing. And then the second, we had some food. And then the second half, we were doing some camera chats about what we'd made, which maybe turned into some kind of trailer. I'm not sure. And we filmed some of the fun bonus stuff. Chatting. It was basically just us chatting to the camera, which I'm used to doing, as you guys know. Look at the top fans. Kadri G-Man 2 is number 1. Probably said your name on. Mike Joshua is number 2. Oh, I didn't give you a prize. Everyone wins a kangaroo for this one. Zoe Hillocks number 3. Enjoy your kangaroo. Judlini number 4. Enjoy your kangaroo. And Jaden Halter is number 5. Thank you, top fans. Where were you? Oh, we were in the new YouTube space. They've opened a new one. I don't know if the entire of Google is moving, but in King's Cross, they've got a new YouTube space, which is really cool. They've got like loads of studios and a huge lobby area with loads of places to work. And I think we were the first people to actually use it, use this big studio to do something in. So that was cool to like christen the YouTube space. I'm excited to hang out more there sometime. Look back at the premium. Did you get eaten by a spider in Australia? No! But I did hear that I'm never more than 100 feet away from a spider in Australia, which is the scary thought. Sorry, any Australians. What else do we have in here? Tell me an anecdote from Australia. Ooh, I've told a lot of anecdotes from Australia. What else can I say? Watched a lot of Olympics. Tell you what, guys. My favourite Olympic is the pole vaulting. I would never have thought that, but I got so into the pole vaulting. We were watching that in Australia, and I just couldn't take my eyes away. I think it's because it's just such a crazy sport. Like, sorry, who ever thought that, like, attaching a human to a pole and then making them bounce over a stick was something to compete at? I don't know, but it was so tense. And I like things that aren't judged by judges, because then it's just like, and now let's see what the judges think. But this is just like, is this person gonna make it over this pole or not? I found that very exciting. And I watched some diving as well. That was pretty great. So yeah, spent a lot of breakfast in Australia watching Olympics. I don't know why. We just did. That was good. Where were you staying? Obviously in America, we were mainly living on a bus, which was a weird vibe. It was cool, but we lived on a bus. In Australia, they can't, I don't think, legally have tour buses. And also, if you break down in the middle of the desert, that's like really dangerous. So it was flying and then staying in apartments rather than hotels. So for each place we went, our entire crew and everyone, 2 people shared an apartment, like in sets of 2. So like me and Dan had our own apartment, and all the crew were like split to have their own apartments. So it was really cool, because then we were just like, oh, let's go see our friends in the apartment next door. So we were all staying in this like complex, and it meant that we hung out with everyone a lot more, rather than just like being on a bus and then going to the next place and not seeing the crew as much. So that was cool. Meant that we had to like make our own food, or get our own food though, because this kind of place doesn't do room service, which is one of my favourite things about going away anywhere, is the room service, as you guys know. I am a room service fiend. Louisdale Newdale is anxious of going back to school tomorrow. I talked about this earlier. Do not worry. It's always worse in your head than it actually is. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. Don't worry about it. And if you're starting a new school, just remember that everybody there is in the same boat. So everyone's going to be nervous and slightly excited and a bit scared. So if you think you see all these people like, oh, they're super confident, they know where they're going. They don't, because they just started this new school as well. So it's fine. Did you buy any souvenirs? Said Erin. Yes. Do you remember I had a quest in the US to get a magnet in every state and I completely failed? And it was one of those things that I announced that I was going to do. And then I was like, oh, sorry, guys, I failed my quest. Well, as I was only going to Australia and Hong Kong, I was like, I am buying a magnet in these places or I'm just a failure of a human. So I did it. I actually did it. Here's my Australia magnet. It's a wombat. Side note, one of the best animals ever. And my Hong Kong magnet is amazing. Look at that! This is a holographic dream. Don't want to drop it on my laptop because I'll break it. But yeah, there we go. Magnet quest achieved! Doo, 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 doo. Wow, it's so cool. Top fans, Kadri Jamin is number 1. Mike Joshua is number 2. Zoe Hillock's number 3. Jotalina is number 4. And Jaden Halter is number 5. Kadri Jamin just proposed as well. Yes to all the marriage proposals that have been swamping in. Swamping in. Yes, marriage to everyone. I can't believe you got a Farfetched. Yeah, I literally got a Farfetched in the hotel. Dan was so sad. Had to go on his Farfetched quest. Alas, he did not get the Farfetched. Apparently in Pokemon Go, now that we're back in the UK, Mr. Mime is a lot more prevalent. So I've been looking out for a Mr. Mime, but I haven't seen one yet. So hopefully I'll catch a Mr. Mime soon. I feel like quite a lot of people have stopped playing Pokemon Go. Like, I got back and I spoke to some of my friends and they're not playing it anymore. I think a lot of people are just casually doing it. If I ever go outside, I'll just flick it on and see what it's about. But I think some of the hype has gone. Am I right? Is anyone else still obsessed with it? Focused Owl still caught a Mr. Mime in her house. Oh, your friend did. I caught a Mr. Mime in Morrison's. Maybe that's where they shop. I tell you what, that is one of the creepiest Pokemon. If you don't know Pokemon, just Google Mr. Mime. Like, what the hell is that? Is that an animal? Is that a human? What is it? Let me just read the biography of Mr. Mime. Like, what is this? Mr. Mime is a bipedal humanoid Pokemon with a round white body and magenta spot in the middle. Oh, that's like a description of Mr. Mime. But like, what is Mr. Mime? I don't know what it is. A master of pantomime. I think it's literally a human. So it's like a human-like creature. Don't trust it. I do not trust the Mr. Mime. It gives me nightmares, says Hazel. I'm sorry. First time I saw it, I cried. Just imagine waking up and that's in your bedroom. Or imagine if you're just like a 10-year-old child in the Pokemon universe, and that's the Pokemon you're given to start with. You're given this creepy man to hang out with. I don't want to be a Pokemon trainer anymore. Give me a Pikachu. It's so weird. Don't trust it. It's a Japanese fairy. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. I caught a Pikachu in my house, said Megatron. That's cool. I haven't seen many of the Pikachus out there. Is it bad I find it cute? Define what you mean by cute. I mean, do you want to date Mr. Mime, or do you think it's like kawaii? Because I'd worry if you wanted to date it. I love you, Phil. Thank you, Daniel. Opinions on the YouTube rules that are new, said Glowing Howl. They're not actually new. It was a kind of a big misunderstanding in a way. I haven't had time to fully research it yet. But from what I've seen, YouTube always had these rules since like 2013 or even before, which basically means if your video has got like super horrific stuff in or strong language or other things, then it gets demonetized. But they've been doing that forever, but now they've got a new policy that if they do that, then you get an email. So everyone got these emails thinking it had just happened, but that was just actually an email saying like, hey, in 2011, we took the adverts off your video, and we're now letting you know that that's happened. But I don't know if that was clear. So everyone thought it just happened and that was a new thing and everyone's channels was going to get deleted. But people were saying, oh, what if like Dan's videos get deleted because he swore in one of his videos? I don't think it's that extreme because none of Dan's have been like cancelled. None of the gaming videos have been cancelled. There's swearing in those. I think it's for mainly more extreme content. And what I've also heard is when people then go and say, hey, actually, my video didn't have something bad in it, or I don't think this was that bad, the majority are being remonetized. So everyone's YouTubes are not being deleted. And I think most people were freaking out when they didn't need to freak out. But obviously I don't know everything about it yet. So maybe there's some reason to worry, but not for me or Dan or our gaming channel. So don't worry about that. I thought your videos were going to get deleted. No, they're fine. It's all fine. Lindsay Longo just arrived. Welcome, Lindsay Longo. Did you see the light show? Yes, that was a thing. In Hong Kong, they do a light show every day at 8 o'clock where you can go to the side of the harbour and watch a laser show. I'm not going to lie, it was slightly underwhelming, so we waited about an hour and a half for it. And the skyline is already incredible, which I don't think helps. But from what I saw, there was only about, 5 lasers doing this, and then some music. We couldn't understand what the narration was saying, because it wasn't in English. But, yeah, I wasn't let down, I was just a bit underwhelmed, because it had been sold to me as, this crazy laser show. So I think my expectations were slightly too high. But I did have a nice time just sat by the harbour. So it wasn't all bad. Did get bitten by a ton of mosquitoes, though. So thanks, Hong Kong. I got covered in bites. They've gone now, though, actually. I've just got, slight blotchiness, there. Just been left with some mosquito blotches. They like my blood. I don't know why. They just want to eat me. Maybe they like pale people. They're like, ooh, that's an easy target. Looks slightly like a vampire. Maybe his blood is delicious. I'm not sure. Let me check these again. Lexi says, have you finished Avatar? No, I'm halfway through it and I'm enjoying it. It's got way better, actually. It was kind of a bit too childish for me. For the first, I'd say 7 episodes, I was a bit like, am I watching a kid's show or is this good? I can't decide. I'm not sure. Dan loved the whole thing, but I was a bit like, I don't know if I'm loving it. But now, it seems like the writers have been given more freedom to do some funny stuff, and it's actually really funny and creative, and I really like the characters now, so I'm enjoying Avatar. And I hear it just gets better. How are you? I've missed you, said Cynthia. I'm great. I'm happy to be on YouNow again. Slightly sick still, but it's fine. Got a slight glow of a sick person, haven't I? Or is it a pregnant person? Look at that. I'm glowing. Why is my face glowing? Is it because I moisturised? I actually moisturised because my skin was really dry, so I think I've still got, the glowy face. That's not good. That's not a good look. The glowy faceness. I don't watch Mr. Robot Rani. Okay. Next Undertale is when? Soon. We've got Dill coming up next. A few people have been missing Dilly, so he's coming up. Uploaded a few videos on the gaming channel, actually, if you haven't caught up yet. We've got an impossible quiz. We've got a Dan and slightly Phil. I am in it, doing some Pokemon Go, and then we just uploaded Monster Legends as well. So Dill will be coming next. Wait and see what happens next in the life of Dilly Pops. What else do we have in the chat? I'm just reloading it again. How long till Phil is not on fire? 8. Ooh, we're in the quarter of time when it happens now. It's getting close. It'll be in November, I think, probably the second half of November-ish. Don't know the day. Probably just surprise you when it's ready. But yeah, start looking forward to that if you want something to look forward to. Are you excited for Sherlock Season 4? I am, but as usual with Sherlock, I've forgotten everything that's happening. I didn't love Season 3 as much as the rest of the world. So, sorry, opinion. I'm still looking forward to it, though, because I do think it's a great show. In the way that I didn't love it, I mean that the bar was already really high, so it's hard to keep that bar so high. Though I know a lot of people thought Season 3 was the best season, so swings and roundabouts, eh? Do you watch Stranger Things? No, but it's on my list of things to watch because when I was in Australia, everyone was raving about it, but I can't get my Netflix to work in Australia, so I couldn't watch it. But now I'm back. I should be able to watch it. And I wanted to watch it on my TV as well, not like on a laptop screen. I hear it's really good. We actually spent yesterday setting up a new speaker system. Look at this. Ba-ba-da-ba. We got these... Where's my finger? We've got these speakers now. Because I realised that our surround sound wasn't working at all. We started watching a movie and the sound just wasn't coming out of most of the speakers. And somehow they all broke. So we got some new speakers. So now I'm going to have things in 5.1 surround. Sorry, neighbours. I think our neighbours hate us because we watch movies really loud. But you need a loud movie. If you're watching a movie, it has to be loud. You need to hear all the words. Also, there's a problem with DVDs where people's voices are really quiet and the music's really loud. Blame the movie studio landlord when they're trying to evict us. I go back to school on Tuesday, said Cecilia. Good luck. Don't know what that was. That was like a ba-la-la-la. Good luck. Do you like cheesecake, Phil? That is a good question, Beeble Pants. I think you were called. Yes, because it doesn't taste of cheese. Anything that doesn't taste of cheese, that is cheese, I can cope with, which is why I'm good with pizza. So many flavours just overwhelm the cheesiness. It's all good. Oops, that was clever. I almost pressed back on my browser. It was like, whoa, you can't do that. You're broadcasting. Thanks to you now for being clever. Look at your top fans. Okay. Alston29937 is number 1. Congratulations. You win a cat. Turk is number 2. You can have a dog. Cadgreeman number 2 is number 3. You can have a fox. Selena Ray 6 is number 4. You can have a badger. And Betukalevi is number 5. You can have an owl. Wow, you guys have got hard to pronounce these names today. I was like, what the? I tried. Yikes Nate says, I love you. Thanks, Yikes Nate. L Pink PML, what's your favourite ice cream flavour? Probably salted caramel, mint chocolate chip. Cookie dough is a favourite. I ate a lot of cookie dough on holiday, so I'm kind of cookie dough'd out. Hi Sage and Eliza. Thanks for coming to the show. Hi Audrey and Laura. Audrey Blue Leicesterhood. Sam Crustination has stomachache and is crying. Oh, have an antacid or something. I'm sorry you got stomachache. Zoe Spotlight said, Dan looks photoshopped in your recent pic. Yeah, if you look at my Twitter, I posted a pic of our truck from Tatanov, and it totally looks like Dan was photoshopped. I promise he was there. Someone said, was he even there? I was like, did the tour ever happen? That's my conspiracy theory. Listen to Hamilton. I want to watch it in real life. Can I just come and watch Hamilton, please? Or can you bring it to London? I think it's coming to London. Are you excited for New Walking Dead? I'm more excited. Yes, I'm more excited for New American Horror Story because they've been super mysterious with the theme this year, so no one knows what the theme is going to be. I know Evan Peters has red hair. That's all I know about it so far. And I did see one spoilery rumour, but I'm not going to share it because I think it might be true, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So we'll wait and see. That's going to be on soon. It's usually on in October, but it's in September this year. Are you excited for autumn? I think I am. I've got that autumny feeling. Do you know one thing that helped me feel autumny? I know it's probably still technically summer, but I watched Zoella do her Bath and Body Works candle haul, and those candles look... Yes, I watched a candle haul. Those candles look so good, and I'm going to order some of that shiz. I want a leaf-scented candle. They don't deliver it to the UK. They look so good. I was like, sign me up. What were these flavours I was looking at? I'm loading it up. Let me see. The Pumpkin Festival. Oh, this isn't... they've got like 1 million hand sanitizers. That's weird. I want to look at the candles, guys. Salted caramel pumpkin. What the hell? That's what I want. I don't know where the candles have gone. Pecan marshmallow pumpkin. I guess I'll just have to live without them, though. Because you can't ship it to the UK. I mean, I could send them to an American friend who could then send it to me, but I'm not that desperate for it. It would just like seem nice and odd to me. So I guess I'll live without it. Do a candle haul. I would if they shipped to the UK. I have those ones. They're amazing, said JDJH. Way to rub it in, Jay. That's fine. Are you burning a candle now? Can you not? Yes. Cappuccino truffle, mate. Espresso scent is my favourite. Yeah, it's kind of like coffee-ish. It's making my house smell like a Starbucks. It's making my house smell like a Starbucks, which is making me want to drink a coffee. Starbucks are actually doing a pumpkin spice frappuccino this year, which is weird. I don't know why you'd want a cold drink in the depths of autumn, but I'm curious to try it anyway. Love me some pumpkin spice. I was literally just listening to Hamilton, said Jess. I'm saving it. I didn't listen to the Book of Mormon before I went to see that either. I feel like I want to see it or hear it for real. Turn around. Done. We really need to clean out that shelf. That is full of stuff. What socks are you wearing today? Foxes and foxes, but they're slightly different. So that's a thing. Do you make sure that you pick out unmatching socks? No. Well, all I do is just shove my hand in the drawer and see what happens. I hate like pairing up socks and stuff, so I just shove them all in one drawer and hope for the best. Life's too short to wear matching socks. There's no audio. Refresh it. Baking videos. I would love to do a new baking video soon. Are you not wearing pants? I'm wearing shorts. I'm not naked from the waist down. That would be very inappropriate on you now. Might get flagged. I have the same socks. How are your houseplants? They survived. We gave them a big water before we left. And yeah, they were fine. I think 3 weeks is okay. Anything more than that is a bit much. Cursed Child, said Santox. I made the mistake of not booking Cursed Child, so I don't think I can watch it till like 2026. I would like to see it. I wish it was one thing rather than two. Because I'm not like the ultimate Harry Potter fan. I do like Harry Potter, but I'm not like one of the crazy Harry Potter fans. No offense if I called you crazy. You know what I mean? Like the biggest fan. But the fact that it's 2 performances is a big commitment to like buy 2 tickets and then leave the house to go to 2 theatre performances. But I hear it's great. I just haven't booked it yet, so I probably won't be able to go for a long time. I'm excited to see how guys, you've made it explode. How many hands am I holding up? I mean, fingers. I'm back now. I know I'm back. How's the jet lag? I'm enjoying being productive. People are like, why are you emailing me at 8 a.m? What's wrong with you? Are you Phil? Did a robot come back from Australia? What is happening? Nobody knows. When are we going to see the photo shoot pictures? Ooh. Could be quite soon. Might be, like, within a month. Your voice is so skippy. I think it's just the internet connection. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What was it like getting a plane with a cold? Oh, it was horrible. The plane from Australia to Hong Kong on the way back, I could not breathe at all through my nose. So, I didn't want to be annoying to everyone trying to sleep on the plane, but I really had to sneeze and sniff and cough. So I was the gross person that I hate traveling with. I was just like, oh, I'm patient 0, don't breathe next to me. Yeah, I was really sick on the plane. Watched the entirety of The Night Manager with Tom Hiddleston, which was pretty good. I liked it. It was a bit silly, but it was kind of made to be silly, I think. I thought it was a good story. I love Olivia Colman. And Tom Hiddleston was pretty good. There's a lot of scenes where they just like made him shirtless and made him run across a beach. And you could tell they were like, he's not been shirtless in this episode yet. Let's just make him run across the beach. Which was funny, because when you picked up on that, they had a soundtrack to when he took off his shirt as well. It was like, doo 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 doo. So, Dan was watching it on the plane as well. We were both watching it. I was like, listen out for the shirtless Hiddle soundtrack. When you notice it, it kind of ruins every scene that happens in that show after that. What was that sound in the background? I think it was a loud bus. London buses are loud. I'm a fellow northerner. Yay, Holly. Hello. Welcome to the north. Are you going to see your parents? I might see my parents soon. I think they're coming to London at some point in the next month or so I'll see them then. I FaceTimed my mum today, though. Had a little chat. It's not the same, though, is it? It's not the same as seeing you in person. That's what she says. How's your throat? It's like 3 out of 10 sore, but it's an excuse to eat lots of ice cream, so that's fine. Are you doing Spooky Week this year? Maybe. Could not spoil that if it was happening. Bum bum bada bum 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 bum. Do your parents watch your videos? No, I was like, Mum, did you watch my day in the life in Australia? And she was like, no. I was like, you could have watched that and see what I was up to if you wanted to see what I was doing. So I sent her on a mission to watch my day in the life in Australia. My mum would never figure out FaceTime. It was my mum's birthday in August. So our whole family clubbed together and got her an iPhone. So she's super excited about this iPhone. So she's learned how to FaceTime and everything on it. And Google Maps. Hyped about Google Maps. Let's see what else is in the premiums. Before I have to leave after that. I'm sorry. The time has flown. Where did the time go? Hi to Angelia, and Shannon. That took me an hour. Hi to Sarah's puppy, Isla, who just went, woof, woof, woof. Did my houseplant survive, Brandy? Yes, they survived. How's your day been? Very relaxing. I'm going to finish my Pringles and play some more Witcher later. Prawn cocktail, man. It's where it's at. Grace, that was for Grace. What else have we got? How are you feeling? About 5 out of 10 wellness? No, 7 out of 10 wellness. Generally, good. Is Dan still sad about the Farfetched? I think he's going to be sad about the Farfetched until we return to Asia. What do you miss about Oz? Said Molly. I miss the Tim Tams and the general vibe and the weather. It was winter, but it was still really nice. It was like spring in England. But they had aircon, so it was fine. There's no aircon in this house. Have you tried pizza Pringles? Said Ella. I haven't. How could they make something taste like a pizza? I don't know. Hi, Naya and Oliver. Okay, I'm going to say hi to the top fans one more time, and then I'm going to head off. Kadri Gaiman, number 1, you get the koala. Selena Ray, 6, gets the other koala. Betu Calavi gets the other koala. Alston, 29937 gets the third one. And Dicleo Just a Turk gets the 5th one. Thank you all for coming to the show. I've had a lovely time chatting to you. There'll be a new Dill soon. And next week there'll be, or at least we're making, a new Amazing Phil. Anna Dan is on fire. I don't know when they'll be posted, but we're filming them next week. So that's exciting too. It's been so nice to chat to you guys again. So thanks for coming to the show. I really appreciate you wanting to hang out with me for an hour. Or 54 minutes and 24 seconds, exactly. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. I'm going to say bye to some people now. Bye, Selena Ray. Bye, Jaina BR. Bye, Cornelia. Bye, Neve. Bye, France. Bye, Datina the Ditto. Komurebi, Rebecca C, Sarah Smiles, Tasha, Melanie T, Laura, Zoe H, Ella Wright, Georgina, Morgan, Darla, XX, Shelby, Lester Sunlight, DN Waters 03, Leah B, and Jellystar. Goodbye. Boop.